I said the sentence is a group of related words that expresses a thought or an idea. And that was where we stopped the last time. Because we could not continue with the recording, I decided to make this video. It might support what we have in the voice lecture. This morning we are going to look at the different types of sentences, and then we are going to state some examples. What we are going to do this morning is simple. Like I told you that we use 3 criteria in describing the sentence. We are going to look for sentences to buttress this, and then look at how we too can categorize any of the sentences that we come across as either described as according to function or structure or according to the constituents. So these 3 criteria by which we describe the sentence are: 1, according to the function that the sentence performs; according to the structure or the form of the sentence; or according to the constituents of the sentence, what made up the sentence. Now, if you say we want to describe the sentence according to its constituents, we talk about the subject, the object, the verb, the predicates, the adjunct, the complement. Now, if we want to arrange this, we can start with the subject, the verb, the object, the complement, the adjunct. So in that structure, and we can have other structures as the subject and the verb. The verb is the only obligatory element there. So you can always say go, all right? And people will understand that you have spoken, all right? Because the verb, that's the verb, and it's the only obligatory element. So if I say I go, that's SV. I go there, SVA, all right? So yeah, I go home, SVA, all right? That's the structure. So you can have it as SV, SVO, SVOA, SVC, all right? And like that. Now, describing the sentence according to the function it performs. If you are describing the sentence according to the function it performs, you talk about declarative, imperative, interrogative, and so on. The declarative sentence makes a statement of fact, like I said, and I said the statement may either be true or false in the real world, but it must either be negative, in the negative, or in the affirmative. She is not your friend, all right? That's in the negative, yet it is declarative. All right, it's stating a statement. I am a nurse. All right. The men are fighters. That is it. These are examples. And then we can have imperative sentences. The imperative sentence gives a command or make a request. This is usually the subject is usually you, that is understood and not represented. For instance, the example I gave the other time, I said go, all right? It may mean you go, or all of you go, all right? The you is understood, but it's not represented. The same thing we have for many of our imperative sentences. Keep quiet. I'm talking to a people. So the class should keep quiet, or somebody, all right? Let us go, all right? I'm talking to someone. That's imperative. It gives a command or make a request. Then an interrogative sentence. The interrogative sentence asks questions. It's just that the questions can be in 3 forms. It could be the questions could be in WH question, like in what is your name. It could be polar questions that require you to answer yes or no. All right. Are you a girl? You can say no. You can say yes. All right. Do you have a name? You can say yes. You can say no. And then the tag questions. The tag question. These are questions that as introductory, interrogative. You give a statement. All right. You give a statement, and then you had the tag. You had a question, and then you had the tag. If the statement that you have given is in the affirmative, then you let the tag be in the negative. If the statement you are given is in the positive, it is in the negative, then the tag will be positive. That's the way it goes. Maybe I should just give you examples of this so that I won't be speaking to myself. If I say the people ate at the party. All right? The people ate at the party. Didn't they? That's a good one. She hasn't done her homework. She hasn't done her homework, has she? All right, that's another example. And then the question could also come in the rhetorical form. A rhetorical question is the question that will not require you to answer. It should not require an answer. For instance, will all men die? When are we going to start enjoying life in Nigeria? Who wants to answer that now? So these are questions that will not require nobody will answer you. It's just a question. Then I said we can describe the sentence according to the structure or form. That's more important. The structure or form, that's another parameter of describing the sentence. And we can have it as simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence. Now, let me just quickly give an example. If it's a simple sentence, it will just have a verb. It will have a verb. No subordinate clause, just a main clause. The boy is eaten. All right, we are ready. All right, but when it's a compound sentence, it will have two main clauses. It will have two main sentences. All right, two main clauses. Let me put it at that. Two main clauses. For instance, we are ready and she is here. All right, we are ready and she is here. All right, there are two parts to it. Even ordinary watch and pray. Watch and pray. Watch, all right, then pray. These are two types of, these are two main clauses, and they are joined with additive conjunction. And then we can have the compound complex sentence. The compound complex sentence, we have two main clauses and at least one subordinate clause. The complex sentence, have I said complex? The complex sentence, we have a main clause, and it will have one main clause and then at least a subordinate clause. All right? But the compound complex, we have two main clauses and then it can have a subordinate clause or more than one subordinate clause. Let me see if I can give you an example. Oh, come and see what the Lord has done. Come and see. That's a compound sentence. What the Lord has done is the subordinate clause. Let me see if we have questions so that we'll type in our questions while I give answers to them. Thank you.